long to wait now. Your graduation celebration will begin in 10 minutes. welcome to your graduation celebration. It's fantastic to welcome you to campus for this very special occasion. We hope you and your guests are having a great day. Congratulations to all of our graduates.
Graduates, families, friends, it's wonderful to see you here, and it's my great pleasure to declare this graduate celebration open.
A very warm welcome to you all gathered here today as we celebrate the achievements of our students who are graduating this summer. This is not a normal degree ceremony, but then these aren't normal times. The global pandemic has impacted all of our lives in ways that we could never have imagined only 18 months ago. You have adapted, you have persevered, you have shown more resilience, ingenuity and tenacity than any graduating cohort before you. And we are proud that you have overcome all of these challenges to achieve your degree. Graduations are a defining moment in the university's calendar, and your graduation is a defining moment in your lives. It's a moment that we as a university could not let pass without the celebration and the recognition that it deserves. This summer, we are one of only a few universities that are holding any kind of graduation celebration on campus. And the events and activities we are hosting today demonstrate the value we place on you and your achievements. We hope that you will enjoy this opportunity to be reunited with each other, to share your success with friends and family, to put on your robes, and to recognize and reflect on your achievements. This may not be an ordinary graduation ceremony, but this has not been an ordinary year. During the pandemic, the university community has stepped up and played its part in the nation's response to the crisis. Our researchers have developed new tests to detect COVID, new medical interventions for those suffering from it, and have contributed to the understanding of the disease so that we can better deal with it. You have all played a part. Many of you have supported vulnerable members of the community in Selly Oak and in your own communities further afield, distributing food and medicine to those most in need, volunteering in hospitals, helping neighbours. We are proud of you. You are extraordinary people, and we are here to celebrate your achievements. You came to the University of Birmingham because you wanted to come to a great place of learning. You wanted to test yourselves, and you wanted to equip yourselves for the next phase of your life. Your experience will not have been, over the last 18 months, what you were expecting. But you stand here today having overcome all those barriers and having achieved your goals nonetheless. While you have studied with us, you have enriched our community, made new friends, and explored new horizons. As you graduate this summer, you graduate as an enriched person, someone of high achievement, someone who has tested themselves and succeeded. These degree celebrations in the Green Heart are a first in what is a university of firsts. This was the first campus university, the first to incorporate a medical school, and the first to allow women to take medical degrees, and to create a Women's Hall of Residence. More recently, we were the first university to open a secondary school, and during the pandemic, we were the first to establish a Pillar 2 testing laboratory for COVID-19. Perhaps today represents a first for you. Let me particularly congratulate those of you who are the first in your families to graduate. Others of you will be the first in your family to study in this country, or maybe the first to achieve a postgraduate qualification. Some of you today may even be the first to make a particular discovery in your area of doctoral research. You are all among the first to graduate through a global pandemic, and you've each had to overcome challenges that few others have faced before, and you'll have many stories of what that has meant for you. Today is, after all, a day to tell stories, the individual stories of each of you, the students of all ages, backgrounds and nationalities who animate this great university. Each of you gathered here represent an individual chapter written into the history of the university. All of you will have your own unique personal story of what it has taken for you to get here and the challenges that you have faced. And you can all feel extraordinarily proud of what you have accomplished. The pandemic that we are living through is the most catastrophic global health emergency any of us have seen. It has put health professionals in the spotlight and highlighted the remarkable job that we can do individually, but particularly when we work as teams to apply our skills and dedication to deal with complex problems. Many of you have seen this at first hand, contributing to the work in our hospitals and communities over the last 16 months. One remarkable example is the Family Liaison Service at University Hospitals Birmingham, staffed by our medical students during the pandemic. This provided essential support to families of critically ill patients in a time when they were not allowed to be with their loved ones in hospital. Our students acted as liaison officers, speaking to patients and their families and maintaining that important line of communication. The service received a regional award for care and compassion, and just a couple of weeks ago, they were awarded the finals of the National NHS Parliamentary Awards in London. A remarkable achievement, and for any of those who are involved, very well done. COVID and the consequences of the pandemic will be with us for many years, and this has highlighted long-standing vulnerabilities in our society, such as deprivation, air pollution, and health inequalities that underpin so much of the ill health globally. As health workers, you will face major challenges in the future, but the skills and training you have received during your time with us, allied to your professional dedication, give you the opportunity to help deliver a safer and healthier society. We wish you luck, and I personally think we are in very safe hands with you looking after us in the future. Today marks the end of one kind of relationship with the university and the start of a new one. Today you become a member of a distinguished family, a family with over 300,000 members in more than 170 countries around the world, the alumni of Birmingham University. Our alumni engage in an astonishing array of projects and professions, and we look forward to witnessing your own professional achievements and successes being added to the list in years to come. Many of you today will soon, after years of hard work, be beginning a career as a healthcare professional, a career which requires you to uphold the highest ethical standards as you care for patients. And to mark this step in your journey, I would like you to do what we always do at this ceremony, and that is to repeat after me as I recite the lines of the medical oath. So please be prepared to shout up and repeat after me. In accepting my degree today, I recognize that I embark upon a career involving care of patients, families and loved ones, I promise to reflect on and uphold in all I do my duty as a healthcare professional and to put the care of patients at the heart of all of my actions. I shall treat all patients with compassion and respect. I shall listen and explain so they may reach decisions on their care and on their treatment. I shall never compromise the safety or the dignity or comfort of my patients. Nor shall I discriminate against them or my colleagues. I shall justify the trust placed in me by patients and by individuals and by society, by working with integrity. I shall keep my knowledge up to date. When I make mistakes, I shall acknowledge them with candor to my patients. and report them, I shall learn from error. I understand that I alone must take responsibility for all I do. And be prepared to justify my acts and my decisions. I declare that I will justify the privilege that the award of my degree bestows on me. Okay, your short-term memory isn't as good as I thought it was. So let's try again. I declare that I will justify the privilege that the award of my degree bestows on me. Wonderful. So, you and those of you have many reasons to be proud today. Maybe not your ability to recite lines of an oath, but many other things you should be proud of. We really share in that pride. And in the spirit of that pride and accomplishment, it's my pleasure to hand over to Professor Prem Kumar, who will continue this celebration event. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to announce the prize winners for the College of Medical and Dental Sciences, NERBS. If we could just have a big rapturous applause right at the end, please. I think that would be better rather than for each individual. Thank you. Bachelor of Nursing, the Head of Nursing Prize, Tesfladet Johannes. BSc Dental Hygiene and Therapy, Award for Clinical Excellence, Georgia Bennett. Award for Excellence in Final Year of Studies, Caitlin Hughes. The British Society of Paediatric Dentistry Award, Holly Pickering. The Oral Health Education Award for Patient Motivation, Holly Pickering. The Student Prize for Team Working, Aisha Abdul Razaz. The Tutors Prize for Professionalism, Holly Pickering. Dentistry, BDS. The ABA OMS Essay Prize in Oral Surgery, Mr. Safwan Kabir. The BES Pitford Undergraduate Prize in Endodontology, Miss Rachel Manson. The Jerry Flown Prize in Oral Surgery and Sedation, Mr. James Hamilton. The Sir Arthur Thompson Charitable Trust Award for the Best Student, Mr. James Hamilton. The British Society of Paediatric Dentistry Midlands Group, Prize in Paediatric Dentistry, Miss Megan Shields. The Cale Matthews Prize in Paediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics, Miss Ria Madwadia. The Carlton Gold Medal, Mr. James Hamilton. The Centenary Cup, Mr. Delan Haddad. The Central Counties branch of the British Dental Association Prize in Restorative Dentistry, Miss Olivia Evans. The Dentsply Plan Prize for Clinical Excellence, Mr. James Hamilton. The Prize in Conservative Dentistry, Miss Maddie Bonner. And the Walpole Prize for the Best Overall Performance in Orthodontics, Miss Mazma Shamout. MB-CHB Medicine. The Adrian Sharp Memorial Prize, Isabel McKibben. The Alan Mintz Prize, Henry Coates. The Arthur Foxwell Memorial Prize in Medicine is jointly awarded to Sanat Kulkarni and Mayor El Gabashi. The Arthur Thompson Gold Medal, Sanat Kulkarni. The Beckwith Whitehouse Prize, Tazila Yazin. The British Pharmacological Society Prize in Therapeutics, Jason Niblett. The Brockington Prize, Francesca Morelli. The Dr. Michael Causer Prize for Community-Based Medicine, Harul Ain. The Ingleby Scholarship for Obstetrics and Gynecology, Jack Sharman. The Ingleby Scholarship for Paediatrics, James Badenoch. The Joseph Sankey Prize in Clinical Surgery, Sanat Kulkarni. The Marjorie Hutchings Prize in Psychiatry, Elliot Robbie, apologies. The Owen Wade Distinction in Research, Maria Charalambidis, Luke Debenham, Prakrit Kumar, Alice O'Donnell, Tamara Searle, and Corbina Siwashampan. The Royal College of General Practice, Midlands Faculty Prize, Harul Ain. The Samson Gamgee Memorial Prize, Hannah Morgan. The Slaney Ashton Prize, Lucy Rimmer. The Dean's Prize, Kieran Lahal. And the Queen's Scholarship, Sanat Kulkarni. That ends the prize list winners. Let's give them all a round of applause. Thank you. It's my great pleasure now to introduce a name I've just read out, our student representative, Ria Adwadia.
So, good afternoon, graduating class of 2021, friends, family, and faculty members. I'm honoured to be speaking to you all on this momentous occasion, and congratulations to everyone for graduating and achieving this milestone. When I first received my offer to study dentistry at the University of Birmingham, I knew a world of opportunity awaited. I just never realised how impactful my time here would be. We started our course in the state-of-the-art dental hospital at the med school, putting in the long hours and even attending evening lectures. But these buildings soon became the heart of countless memories and lifelong friendships, which I'm sure we will all cherish. Every single one of us here have had a unique experience at the University of Birmingham. We've had a combination of joyous and difficult times throughout our studies, from going out with friends and annual balls to the late nights in med school revising hard to pass all our exams. The past 5 years have flown by, and I've had the amazing opportunity to spend it with some of my fellow graduates here today. We began as strangers, but over time have grown together and formed friends for a lifetime. I want to give a special thanks to everyone from dentistry for an incredible 5 years together. Some of the highlights include our Freshers' Week, going to Broad Street, and for us dentists, we had our crazy sports days in Stratford bar crawls. Although it's not been an easy ride to get here, every single person needs to be proud of what they have achieved, as all the hard work has paid off. At the start of this unprecedented year, I was unsure whether we would all be gathered here today to celebrate our academic success. This year's graduation ceremony feels extraordinary and reflects just how much we have achieved through these troublesome times. So I want to say a massive thank you on the behalf of my fellow graduates to our exceptional tutors and administration here at Birmingham for all your hard work in getting us here today. We couldn't have done it without you. I also want to say a massive thank you to all our friends and family for the encouragement and support over the past few years. Today, we hold our future in our hands and see a momentous chapter in our lives end. Let us celebrate and look back with pride at the journey that has brought us here, and know that we each have the potential to reach great heights and inspire others. We are Birmingham graduates after all. Congratulations, class of 2021, we made it.
Ria, thank you. That was absolutely terrific. As Professor Adams said, this is a first in the University of First, the first time we've done a graduate celebration in this way. There are many people in the hall and around the hall who have laboured hard now for weeks to put this on because they were inventing something from nothing. You're all here, the sun is shining, the weather couldn't be better. But could I ask you all to show your appreciation to my colleagues who have laboured to put on this wonderful celebration? And you heard from Professor Prem Kumar a few minutes ago reading out that wonderful list of prize winners. Prem is retiring from the university at the end of this month after 3 decades of wonderful service to the university. Prem's a very distinguished academic in his own right, but he exemplifies the commitment of my colleagues to students, both as Director of Education and as Head of Institute. He's been a remarkable servant of the university. Generations of students have benefited from his teaching and from the way in which he's framed health education in this university. So, Prem, we would all like to wish you well, to thank you and to show our gratitude to you. And then there's you. What next for you? Well, clearly Professor Adams thinks you need to brush up on your short-term memory. But other than that, as Ria says, you have triumphed. You've triumphed in exceptional circumstances. You've done that because you are exceptional people, exceptional by your talent, exceptional by your commitment, exceptional by the way in which you work as individuals, and crucially, you work as teams. And as you look back on the last year, indeed the last 18 months, I think you can conclude that there is nothing that life can throw at you, nothing that the world can confront you with, that you cannot overcome. All our students who go out from this university go out having triumph. All of those students who leave this university go out having achieved. But you've done something different and something remarkable. But the challenges you face are not over. Many of the challenges you're going to face are just beginning. The legacy of this pandemic is something that the country will live with for much of your career. Most of you will be going into careers in health. Most of you will be going into careers in our NHS. The challenges in the NHS have never been greater. Look at the waiting lists. Look at the conditions consequent on the pandemic that we will be confronting for many years. Look at the way in which we need to rebuild not just our health, but our confidence as a nation and as a people, and you will play a crucially important part in that. How should you face that? How should you confront the challenge that opens up in the next chapter of your lives? Firstly, you should do so with confidence. You are fit for the challenges in front of you. And secondly, taking away from the declaration that David was reading out, you should make your skills available with compassion and generosity. The next years will be years that need to be characterized by generosity, by all of us giving of our best, most generously, to our fellow citizens. For many of you, that will be here in the United Kingdom. For some of you, it will be in your home countries as you return. But for all of us, here and globally, the responsibility on our shoulders is to build a future, is to build a better future, and is to ensure that what we have endured over the last 18 months gives way to a glorious new day. You'll do that as part of this great community of the University of Birmingham. You're now alumni of our university. You will carry Birmingham with you through the rest of your lives and to wherever your lives and your careers take you. Remember that. Remember, as Ria said, the great friendships that you established here. Remember what you learned here. Remember the confidence that Birmingham gave you. And please keep in touch with us. We want to hear about your success. Keep in touch with us so as you establish yourselves in your career, you can help mentor the next generation of Birmingham students. Keep in touch with us so that you can celebrate the many successes that this university will have in the future. And as you think about that future, remember the motto of the university. per ardua ad alta, through effort to high things. Your efforts so far have brought you high things. They've brought you to today. They've brought you to being graduates of this university. Those same efforts, those same ambitions, that same confidence will take you to still higher things as you move on from here. So enjoy today, enjoy the company, celebrate together, celebrate with those wonderful family and friends who have supported you throughout. Enjoy this wonderful campus in this wonderful setting. And you go out with our best wishes. You go out with our hopes resting on your shoulders. And you go out knowing that you've had wonderful years here at Birmingham, and you have wonderful years ahead of you. Go out and succeed. Thank you. And now I declare this degree celebration closed.